Well, my name is Sophie Nyanue and I am originally from Liberia. I live in Chicago now with my husband and 4 children who are all grown. And I was educated by the school sisters of Notre several years ago in Liberia. And so I started going to the Catholic school because my mother loved the Catholic school because she said they could teach. You know, they were giving good education. So she managed to find fees for us to go to Catholic school, even though the fees were not really much, but having no income, they were really, hard for her. So we started going to school, and I worked really, really hard because I saw how my mother struggled, and I didn't want to struggle like that. So, and I knew my only way out was to get a good education. So I worked really hard, and the first year that I was in the school, I did really well. And so the nuns that lived on the convent at the time took an interest in me, and they had some girls that were boarding, girls who were in similar situation like I was in, whose parents lived on the farms and had to live by themselves or didn't have anywhere to live. So they asked me if I wanted to go live on the convent. I said, yes, yes, yes. So when I told my mom that the nuns wanted me to go live in the convent, she said she didn't have the money to pay, and she didn't want me to become a nun. So I went and told I told the nuns, and they said, well, we know she doesn't have an income, and we will find you a sponsor in the States. Only if your mother can give us at least a 100-pound bag of rice every year to help with the food situation, it will be fine with us. And you don't have to be a nun just because you're boarding on a convent. So and that's where I lived from the time I was in the 8th grade all the way through high school. And we were taught a lot of things. We were taught to work hard. We didn't have anybody cooking for us. We cooked our own food. And they were like surrogate mothers for us. They provided almost everything we needed. They didn't let us go wanting. If an event was coming and they knew we wanted to buy something, they would go into our little savings and give us the money, and we'll buy whatever we needed. So it was really, really, really good. And we learned to work hard. We learned to be honest. We learned to be on time. In Africa, time is an issue. We're never on time. But sister, we would get mad. Like, if there was, say we're having a school dance and the dance started at 9 o'clock, people don't go to dances at 9 o'clock. People start coming around 11:30, midnight. Sister will make sure we're there by 9 o'clock and there's no one else there, and we'll be dancing by ourselves and we'll be so mad. But it taught us to be on time, the importance of time. They taught us to be honest, to always tell the truth. They taught us the dignity of labor. Whatever you did, do it well. Do it to the best of your ability. If you're going to be a sweeper, sweep like, you're the best sweeper in the world. So they taught us those kind of values. So they taught us a lot of values. And values that I hope I have passed on to my children, And I always say, because of the nuns, 3 generations of women, I've passed on those values to my kids, and they are passing them on now to their children. And they help us build our self-esteem that we were somebody. I can say, if it were not for the sisters, I don't know where I would be today. I'll probably be, back in the village with maybe 10 or 12 children, or maybe dead. I don't know. But because of what they did, I was able to get an education, and I really, really am appreciative of it. And I want to be able to, in some little way, give back some of what was given to me, because I know I can never repay the nuns for what they did, but at least in a little way I want to give back. And that's why our alumni association in the U.S. is very active right now, where every year we gather supplies, we send money home to the school, we give scholarships. Right now I think we have about 20 children on scholarship in the school who don't have any money to pay fees. And the school cannot afford to give them scholarships because the school needs the money too. So we're trying to help in that way, to help children like we were helped too.